Iman, you started your modelling career in 1975. What kind of problems did you encounter?
Well, when I arrived in 1975 in New York, well, first I have never seen a fashion magazine in my life. I've never worn makeup in my life. I was majoring political science in Nairobi University. I didn't consider myself beautiful, or anybody else in my family or in my country considered me beautiful.
Really?
Really. And I haven't seen fashion magazines, so I had no sense of what I was embarking on. So when I arrived in New York...
Were your parents concerned when you decided to leave university and embark on this glamorous but insecure world of modelling?
Oh, the thing is that I didn't tell my parents, first of all, I was going to become a model, because I don't think they would have let me.
So what did you tell them?
I actually just said I was going for a visit. But then Newsweek magazine had a picture of me.
Do you think in some cases the modelling industry is turning a blind eye to the plight of young models?
Well, I think, first of all, the responsibility of a young model embarking in this business relies, the responsibility relies on their parents. I would not send my 14-year-old daughter to Paris by herself. I would not.
Do you think there should be maybe a model association to protect models, perhaps?
I think it's one of the very few businesses that doesn't have any law.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything.
You've established your acting career and have starred in numerous films, including LA Story, Star Trek VI, Out of Africa, and television shows such as Miami Vice, The Cosby Show, and In the Heat of the Night. Do you feel that your modelling experience held you in good stead for this?
No, actually. The thing is, modeling makes you very aware constantly of how you look. Totally different medium.
So are there any more film plans in the pipeline?
I'm really hoping for one particular part in Tar Baby, Toni Morrison's book, that might be adapted to a film. I have went for the screen test and almost there, yes.
Iman, in 1983, you were involved in a car accident and were quoted as saying that this was part of the reason for reassessing your hectic lifestyle. How did this affect you? It
was probably one of my busiest year, 83, and very giddy year. It was at one point, it felt that nothing else mattered but me, 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 me.
Yeah.
And that accident stopped everything, brought it to a halt.
Did you come out of modelling after, a few years after the accident? Did you sort of slow it down?
No, it's just I've changed my whole concept of what I really wanted to do. That I didn't want to do everything that came my way. I was very more aware of other people rather than just me, me, me. It's a very egocentric business. What happened in my accident was that I was in a New York taxi, and there is a partition between the passengers and the driver. And a drunk driver hit the taxi, and my face smashed right against the partition. And so my whole left side of my face, my eye socket, my cheekbone, and my jaw was broken. My face was easily repaired. The plastic surgeon went through the mouth because I have a condition that's called keloid that a lot of black people have, which our skin doesn't heal very well. So he couldn't cut the skin, the face. So he went through the mouth and repaired. And needless to say, I came out of it looking as good as I left.
Fantastic. So what are your views on complementary therapies and their relationships with traditional medicines?
Well, I think I'm totally for homeopathic and acupuncture. I have a bad kidney, and for years I have been in so many different medications. But I've started like 5 years ago doing Chinese acupuncture and made a whole difference in my life, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, do you think people are becoming more aware of the spiritual and alternative aspects of life?
Yeah, I think spirituality is becoming much more important to people. I hope they do realize that is the whole idea behind living.
It's been some years since your televised visit to Somalia. Have you been back there, and have conditions changed?
Somalia. The conditions that have changed in Somalia since 1992 is the famine.
How was it? Because you went back to your old family home, didn't you?
Yes,
During
I
your
went
visit,
to
yeah.
the house that
Yeah.
I grew up on, and the school that I used to go to, and I took the same road path that I used to go to school to, and it's totally destroyed, absolutely destroyed. And it breaks my heart to see a country like that in that kind of a situation.
Well, have you ever considered working with the United Nations, perhaps with UNICEF, as ambassador for children of third world countries? I mean, after all, your father was ambassador for Somalia in Saudi Arabia.
Yes. I majored in political science, and I am glad I've never had anything to do with it. I think as a citizen, I think I'm much more powerful on the outside than on the inside. Politics on the inside, you have to play by the games and by the rules. The United Nations is an organization that I am not very happy with. I find it very bureaucratic. I think it hasn't changed since 1945. It was a wonderful idea that it was built upon, but it hasn't changed, especially for the third world countries. It hasn't done anything for third world countries.
What gap in the market made you create IMAN cosmetics and skincare range?
The concept of IMAN Cosmetics was something that's been in my mind for years. As a model, I've modeled for 14 years. I've always had problems in finding the right makeup, and I've always felt insulted as a consumer that I have to buy 2 or 3 foundations and go home and mix and match. So I created the line. I started working on it in 1992 after I came back from my honeymoon, and worked on it, and the line has been out since 1994. The main difference is not a makeup line that's created only for women of color, African Americans or Africans. The line is created also for Hispanic, Asians, Native Americans, Middle Easterns, Indians, Pakistanis, any woman of color. So it's quite a large line.
Do you get involved in the day-to-day running of IMAN Cosmetics?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm a hands-on person, yeah. I believe if my name is on it, my credibility is on it.
You've got to talk about your skincare and exercise regime, because you just look so fantastic. It's unreal.
Oh, thank you.
It really is. So what do you do?
Well, I have to say that skincare is easy for me, because I take care of my skin by moisturizing, dehydrating, taking care of it, because I believe more in skincare than really in cosmetics, because you know you have to take the cosmetic off sometime. Exercise, now that is another thing. I've started exercise 5 years ago religiously.
So you wasn't doing it before?
No.
Really?
No.
Your typical day, I mean, for breakfast, do you have breakfast, lunch, dinner, do you have snacks in between? I mean,
Yes, I have five meals. Three
meals.
meals and 2 snacks. I'm not, I eat wisely. The best I do is that I cut my carbo after 2 o'clock. My last carbo meal will be 2. If I want to have potatoes, I'll have it at 2. If I want pasta, I'll have it at 2. There's enough time to burn all that before I get to bed. So that's how it works for me. Now, I don't know the rest of you, but that's how it works for me. Carbo, if I have it at night, it turns to fat on me. Oh. I can't get rid of it, yeah.
So that's potatoes, pasta.
Potatoes, pastas, I leave it to lunches.
Well, Iman, it's been such a pleasure. Many thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.